morning, this is Lewandowska and I welcome you in Happy Tuesday when I share best practices for leaders in really dynamic and changing business and private life. In the last video and I hope you remember, I was sharing a magic word and magic perspective that is changing the whole feedback as a tool. And that was, I hope you remember the story about the deer's permission, to ask for the permission to enter the person's psychological territory. And this is what I promised for today, that the rest of the technique that I've actually co-created with different leaders and managers I've worked for 15 years right now. So it goes with 4 steps. The first you've already know, so it's a permission. And I can do it, for example, like this. Let's imagine I had a meeting with Dominic and his team. So I can say, you know, Dominic, there is just one thing, one observation I have about how you impact your team. Are you interested in hearing my opinion and my perspective on that? This is a kind of very shortly, very nicely asking for the permission. So once we are done with that, then we need to apply it to a concrete situation. So let's imagine that we have this meeting with your team when you are discussing the ideas for the potential improvements of how you work and how you approach your customers. And step number 3, I observed that once then Dominic was sharing his opinion, and at first you shared your quite critical reply on his ideas and how to do it, I actually noticed that everybody in the room kind of withdrawn and nobody felt probably open enough and secure enough to share their opinions. So the question is, because I might be of course wrong, step number 4, to kind of look how you actually allow your people to share different comments, different opinions, and share what they really think about the ideas, because from different ideas we can really have the improvements. So in the agreements, you obviously have a kind of dynamic discussion between 2 of you, but the idea is to close it a little bit with, you know, I think that the recommendation I could share from my experience, for example, is what Simon Sinek was always saying, that leaders eat last, which means maybe it's better that you share your opinion, specifically if it's critical, at the end, so everybody can actually share in an open and secure, safe way their own. So this is the practice I've co-created with different managers. I encourage you just to try it for some time and then share your feedback with me. Have a fruitful week and see you in the next video.